Hey guys, so I'm doing another pick a card. This pick a card is for what you need to surrender. So yeah, pick a pile you feel drawn to, use your intuition, close your eyes, breathe in and out, and either see, feel or heal the pile you feel guided towards. So this is pile 1, what you need to surrender. We have wisdom, the star, and surrender to your soul's path. So what I can see here is Spirit's really trying to harp on that you need to surrender to your soul's calling, your soul's path. You're in a place in your life where you're probably feeling quite stuck, and you might be overthinking a situation and kind of putting things off and procrastinating, and you're getting psychic insights about certain things via your dreams or just your intuition, and you're not trusting it, you're not allowing it to be. You're hearing something, you're feeling something, but you're not taking the steps forward to approach it. So you need to surrender to your wisdom. Surrender to your inner power, surrender to your intuition. When we surrender to our wisdom, when we can understand things within our lives, we gain wisdom from it. When we can understand what we're needing to look at in our lives, we can grow and we can expand. If we view something through one lens, we're not going to see all the other layers, all the other perspectives. View it as like when you look at an onion. If you didn't know what an onion was, you wouldn't know it had many layers. So when you think of a human being or a situation, just because something doesn't seem one way and to the naked eye it is showing to be one thing, that doesn't necessarily mean it is that way. Listen to your intuition, listen to your wisdom. What is your wisdom trying to tell you, other than surrender to it? What do you know deep within you? What are you not listening to? What do you need to do? What do you need to reconcile within yourself? How can you gain wisdom also? So have you been neglecting meditating or looking within, doing your shadow work, having a spiritual transformation? Have you been neglecting this? Have you been pushing things to the side, saying, nope, I don't want to look at this? Because if that's what you've been doing, Spirit's coming in heavy now saying, this is not the way forward. Now is the time to look within. Open up to your wisdom and what it's trying to tell you. You are wise beyond your years, and you may not realise it, but you are an old soul, and actually you know a lot more than you let on, and your intuition is trying to tell you something so much, but you're not listening. You're not hearing it for whatever reason. Maybe you're blocked, or you're in a situation you shouldn't be in, or you're not acting, or you're not doing something. Surrender this. Surrender to your wisdom. Then we have the star card. The star card is, you might be an Aquarius, or it's just Aquarian energy, which is like the creative thinker, also can be very healing energy. So the star is all about healing and wishes and dreams and feeling our emotions. Maybe you're born to stand out, maybe you're born to shine, maybe you're born to create something new. Who knows? Whatever you put your mind to, you can do, but you have to have this belief in yourself, and you have to have this healing. The star means healing. Allow for this healing to occur within your life and within your energy field, within everything. Allow for this healing to come. Where in your life do you need to heal? Where in yourself do you need to heal? Surrender to your soul's path. Your life journey has been designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Surrender to your soul's path. Whatever path you are on at the moment, turn around. Turn around and do the inner healing. Surrender to your healing. Surrender to your inner being. Surrender to your intuition. Surrender to spirit. Surrender to spirit. Surrender to your path. You're not on the right path. You're probably feeling this already. And I know I'm coming in quite heavy, but I'm receiving the messages and downloads really heavy. You need to look at what you're doing within your life. The way you're viewing people, the way you're viewing yourself, the way you are living your life. Something is not in harmony. Something is out of balance. Where do you need to gain wisdom? Where do you need to heal? What do you need to heal? Why do you need to heal it? Who do you need to forgive? Do you need to forgive yourself? Do you need to forgive someone else? What do you need to do? ask yourself these questions, and surrender to your soul's path. You are born to do so much more than what you're doing. Stop overthinking it, stop putting things off, stop not speaking up, surrender and heal. Go with the flow and heal. You will be guided along the path, and you are protected, and trust this and know this, because you are protected. And you have a choice to make right now on whether you want to stay put with how your life is. If you're unhappy, why are you unhappy? That's, something you need to ask yourself. What in your life do you need to surrender? Why? Why do you need to surrender it? Now stop and rethink what you're doing. Reflect. So whatever you are doing currently, whether it be you're thinking to the past, or you're thinking of a person or a situation or something that is not right within your life, reflect on it, look at it, see it from a different perspective. Not a perspective of pain, not a perspective of childhood trauma, not if you've got that, not a perspective of a clouded view. See things how they actually are, from a higher stance, from a stance of love. Because whatever this thing is, if you open up to it, it will lead you to a pure soul. It will lead you to your own soul, and perhaps someone else's pure soul. When you open up and you think and you can view things through another way, another light, you will be able to see your path. You will be able to see where you're meant to go. Then we have a little Reiki, what I should do for today. Today I will do my work honestly. Honesty is rewarded. We should respect and honour others as we respect and honour ourselves. Find a worthwhile job, one that uses your talents and makes you feel valued and fulfilled. Do your best that you can in everything you do. Be honest in all your dealings, and you will be treated honestly with respect. Yeah. So be honest with all your dealings. Do right by what your soul is telling you. Act from a place of love, and act from a place of being able to discern what is good for you and what isn't. And open up, open your heart to receive this amazing blessing that will happen if you allow for it to happen. Anyway guys, sorry that was a bit heavy, but yeah, I've got to relay what Spirit tells me and what Spirit guides me to say. But yeah, please like the channel and share my videos, it helps out a lot. And if this resonates with you and you like the channel, please subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Anyway guys, have a lovely blessed day. So this is group 2. What do you need to surrender? So we have acceptance, the 4 of Pentacles, and surrender to the habit of people pleasing. So what do you need to surrender at the moment? Something in your life you need to come to the acceptance of. This card in the book, it represents a woman that isn't fulfilled in her life, and she doesn't know why. She's in this dead-end relationship that isn't really fulfilling her, and her friends, and she basically doesn't feel fulfilled, and she's basically living in denial in this relationship or in this circumstance. And her friend says to her, maybe your heart isn't a circle, maybe it is like a heart-shaped pie. So her friend ends the relationship with this guy and finds the missing piece within that was hers, like her own missing piece, her own self-love, and then she finds someone else that is a mirror to that, that is a match to that. Now, some of you might actually relate to that story, or you may not, but basically something in your life you need to surrender to the acceptance. Maybe something's over and you're not wanting it to be, or you're lying to yourself about something, or maybe you feel like there's a part of you missing. Do you think that part is another person? Do you think that part is in your work, in your job? It's not. We are whole on our own. When we feel like a part of us is missing, it's because we are looking outside ourselves for self-validation. We are looking outside ourselves for self-love, for love rather, and for acceptance. When really, if we just go within and look within, you know, underneath all the layers, we can see that, oh, okay, why do I not feel whole? What is this missing link? Why do I feel like a part of me is missing? Because you don't love yourself. For some of you, look at ways in which you can honour your needs and your boundaries, and you can honour yourself. And when you love yourself, notice that you will come to this acceptance of life and the way you view people, and you won't allow certain people in your life because you have this self-love to go, no thank you, that situation doesn't resonate for me. Or, you know, when you found this self-love within yourself and you've gone on this healing journey, yeah, you will feel whole on your own, but there might be a part of you that thinks, oh, now I'm ready to share it with someone. And then you come to this acceptance of, oh, there's another person out there that's, you know, my match, my true one, my soulmate, my twin flame, whatever. But first you need to understand what's going on within you and where you need to work within yourself. What do you need to heal? Heal yourself first, then be what you want to be, and act as, how can I say this? Whatever you want to attract into your life, you must first be yourself. So if you're coming from a place of love and acceptance, you will attract that. If you are coming from a place of kind of hiding your feelings and staying in relationships that don't fulfill you, or in jobs or dead end stuff, then your experience is going to mirror that back to you, and you're just going to feel just so unfulfilled, and like a piece of you is missing, like a part of you is missing. There's something in your life you need to come to the acceptance of. There's something in your life that you're holding on to. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles is all about holding on to something and not wanting to let it go. It can also be about stubbornness. Maybe you're very stubborn, or someone is very stubborn, and this is someone that they're very closed off, and they're like, no, I'm not going to talk, I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to do anything, I'm going to hold on. No. I'm not saying you're like that. Maybe you are like that, and you know, this is spirit saying, come on now, release and open up your heart. If you want to receive, you can receive, but if you've got this big wall up, how do you think anyone's going to get in? Surrender to your stubbornness if you're being stubborn. Surrender to holding on to things that aren't meant for you. If something in your life needs to end, endings are tough and they're hard and they are just really upsetting, but you know, sometimes endings need to happen in our life for us to look at things in a different perspective. And if what ends comes back later down the line, reformed, transformed, renewed, then it's because it's meant to. But you will trust that and you will understand that. Something in our lives, we can hold on to something so much to the point we self-sabotage and we push it away and we block it, and we act out of a place of fear and inner childhood wounding. We can act in ways that aren't for the benefit of ourselves or others. And you know, maybe you need to release stuff on that. Maybe you need to release past actions you've taken in the past that still weigh heavily on your mind, and you need to look at things from a different perspective and think, okay, why am I holding on to this anger or this pain or this person? What is it about them? What is it about me that makes me want to hold on to this person? If it's unhealthy, ask yourself, why is it unhealthy? What's going on within you? Or you know, maybe it's saying that you need to hold on to someone and come to this acceptance that they're meant to be in your life. Put it towards your situation. You will know, intuitively you'll know how that relates back to you. And then we have, surrender your habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs to be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Yeah, so surrender to people pleasing. So you might be dealing with quite a lot of shadow at the moment, and our shadow is the parts of ourselves that we try and hide, and part of our shadow can be that we try and people please, and you know, it doesn't make you a bad person, but when we're trying to people please, we're trying to make everyone else happy whilst we're neglecting our own needs. And you know, when you people please, you're looking for validation outside yourself, you're looking for love outside yourself, you're looking for happiness outside yourself. It's just not going to work. Look at why you people please. I people please. I understand this part quite a lot because I do people please, and it's a really hard habit to kind of realise you're doing it and then step back and go, oh, hang on a minute, I need to look at my boundaries. So perhaps you need to look at your boundaries, why you don't have any. You know, was it something to do with your childhood? Was it something to do with you know, a situation where your boundaries were crossed or you didn't know what they were. Look into understanding what boundaries are. Look into your own needs. What do you need to do in your life to feel truly fulfilled? Then we have, what can you learn from this? What was the blessing? Yes, so ask yourself, whatever your situation is, whatever you're dealing with, it could be a multitude of different things as well. Ask yourself, okay, well, what can I learn from this, and what was the blessing? Because behind every lesson there is always something good. There is always a blessing, no matter what. And then we have travel or a move soon. So some of you might be travelling soon, or you might be moving away, or it could be symbolic for you're like mentally moving away from something or needing to release something. And then we have a little Reiki message which says, today I will be kind to every living creature. Who are we to judge? Have you been judging? Have you been, you know, have you been holding on to this judgment of another and trying to find acceptance within another? How can we say who or what does the most good and gives the most benefit? Don't we all, human and animal alike, just want to live in the happiness and comfort with food and shelter? Our needs, desires and fears are all the same. If we are cruel to another, we also are cruel to ourselves. When we finally realise that we are all connected, the kindness to all others comes naturally. Yeah, so, you know, maybe you need to look at, have you been putting the blame on someone else when actually you need to look at yourself? In some of your cases, this isn't going to be for everyone, but if you've been placing judgment on another person, we all do it, we're human beings, but understand why you're judging them, because actually when you judge someone else, you're only judging yourself. You know, when you are angry at another person, you're only harming yourself. Understand why you are feeling what you're feeling. You know, what's the missing piece? Who is the missing piece? Why do you feel how you do? And if you're holding all this in, don't, if you know, if the situation calls for it, don't hold it in. Speak to the person if something's going on and you know you need to kind of release something out, you need to say something to, you know, feel better. Then as long as it's not going to cause harm to that person, then tell them. You know, people aren't mind readers, and sometimes we don't always know what's going on with another person. So yeah, but if that doesn't, you know, pertain to your situation, then fair enough. But yeah, anyway guys, that was what you need to surrender. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. If you do like the channel and wish to subscribe, remember to turn your notifications on, because it will let you know when I've next uploaded. Anyway, have a beautiful, lovely day. So this is pile 3, what you need to surrender. So we have completion, 7 of Cups and surrender to prayer, not pear, surrender to pear. Maybe you need to surrender and eat a pear, sorry. Yeah, completion. Something in your life has come to an end, or something in your life needs to come to an end. This could be a relationship, this could be a job, this could be just something that is completed and you've come to the end of it. Now, sometimes when we complete things, or when something ends, or when we know something needs to end, it can be hard and we can get lost in our confusion about it and not want it to end. But ultimately, sometimes ending things are in our best interest and staying in something we're unhappy in. So you need to surrender to this completion in your life. Something has ended in your life, and or it's about to, or you need to end it in your life, whatever it is. This completion could be, it doesn't have to be a relationship, it could be, if you feel that, or it could be a job, or it could actually just be a way of living, a thought pattern that has come to completion or needs to. You need to surrender to this ending within your life. And yes, it's tough, and yes, it's hard, and I know that, but you will be supported through it no matter what. Then we have the 7 of Cups. So you might have a lot of options right now, and you might be feeling quite confused, or you don't know, you feel a bit directionless. There's so many different choices and options or thoughts going around in your head, and you're just confused, and you're like, oh, I don't know, I want that, but I want this, or do I want that, or do I want this, kind of thing. You might be in and out of certain thoughts and situations, and basically you're being called to not live in this fantasy world of illusions, and to actually get clear on what it is you want. While you're in the Seven of Cups energy, it's what you're putting out to the universe is really confused energy. It's like, you know, perhaps in your life you're wearing some form of a mask. There might be aspects in your life that, you know, are making you unhappy, and instead of dealing with them, you're kind of worrying about them and procrastinating about them and putting them off and not really dealing with them. So you're being called to deal with what you're putting off. If you've been overthinking and procrastinating, write a to-do list, write a list of things that you're overthinking of, and just go through that list and work through it. Why am I, you know, why do I feel this way? Why am I overthinking? You know, what good can come from this situation? Why do I need to leave this situation? Pros and cons. If you're ultimately not happy in something, don't stay in it. If someone or something does not make you happy, there's no reason to stay in it. Yes, it might hurt another through leaving or through the actions you take, but ultimately you've got to do what's right for you. But, you know, with the highest intent for all concerned. Yeah, but also surrender to, have you been kind of like neglecting your dreams, or things may have been coming up in your dreams and you're kind of like, you're not understanding them, or your dreams, you've been getting loads and loads of dreams. Write your dreams down, because when we listen to our dreams, they actually have signs to do with a lot of stuff. So you could be dreaming of a person or a place, a number. I dreamt of a number yesterday, dreamt of the number 6. Yeah, so that, which was actually really relevant to me, to do with certain things. But yeah, so listen to your dreams and try and understand what they mean to you. Keep a dream diary or journal to understand them, and try and focus on one thing at a time, instead of being so scattered in your thinking and confused. And there may be a lot of options. Write those options down, and for each option go through them and go, okay, how does this make me feel? Yeah, if your jaw clenches and your body tightens, maybe that's not the best bet. But if you kind of feel excited, or your heart kind of rushes, like, but in a happy way, then you know that's the decision for you. And then you have surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and the answers and support will arrive. Yeah, so right now, after this video, if you can, just sit, you know, close your eyes and just say a prayer. Basically, a prayer is like, I don't know, I do prayers, and it's basically like a little manifestation tool. Put your prayer out to the universe, whatever you want. So, I don't know, let me use chocolate as an example. I'd be like, please bring to me, universe, this amazing chocolate that will be mouth-watering. Or this is a really bad example, but yeah. And then I'd kind of act as if it was already present, because like law of attraction and all of that kind of stuff, and what you put out, you attract back to you, in that same energy vibration. So look at how you can uplift your energy, and maybe you need to meditate and focus on quieting your mind, this confusion, and understand that there's an ending that needs to happen. Surrender to this ending, and surrender the procrastination. Write things down, get clear in your thinking, know what it is that you want. And if you don't know what you want right now, that's perfectly fine, and that's okay. Just be patient with yourself and surrender to prayer. Put your prayers out. Put it out to spirit, put it out to your higher self, put it out to, you know, just say it out loud, or say it in your head. And we have, oh my god, your dreams are trying to guide you. Yeah, so your dreams are trying to guide you. So whatever's happening in your dreams, they are signals to things within your life that you need to listen to. So if you're dreaming of someone from the past, look at why. Did something in the past come to a completion? And is it something you're kind of regretting on now? Well, just know whatever's meant for us will be for us in the end. Just know that whatever is meant for us will always be with us within, like, in the end. So just trust in that. Trust, surrender to what things are right now. Just surrender and take responsibility for your actions. Yeah, so there's things within your life you need to take responsibility for, and you need to look at. And you know, when we don't take responsibility for our own actions, things just repeat, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger, until we're kind of like, oh, I can't neglect that no more, or oh, I can't push that feeling to the side anymore. So you've been called to, like, take responsibility for your own actions, whatever you've done within situations. Understand why you've done them, and what was the motive behind it, why you done something. Yeah, I mean, this is about your actions, not another. So yeah, surrender to just the understanding to take responsibility for yourself, and listen to your dreams, because they're really, really key at the moment. And then we have a little Reiki message, which is, just for today, I will let go of anger. Anger is only a reflection of our own beliefs, and it is our own making. If something makes us angry, it is probably triggering an issue that is unfinished. Whenever we find something that falls outside our own experience, we either try to take it on board, or we think it ridiculous, perhaps threatening, and we act against it in anger. Yeah, so maybe you acted out of anger to do something in the past, and that's where you need to take responsibility. And if you acted out of anger in the past, at the end of the day, what motivates anger is pain. So when we get angry, it's because there's something going on within us where we're actually hurt. And when we're hurt, we act out of pain, and that may come across as anger. So you need to take responsibility. If you've been being angry towards someone or at a situation, you know, what's underneath that anger? Well, it's pain. Okay, where does that pain stem from? Does it really stem from that person or situation, or is it rooted in other areas of our life? Maybe from our childhood, maybe from our past, maybe from 10 years ago. Who knows? It will be, everyone's situation is different. But yeah, just look at your actions within things and why you do things, and understand that now is the time for healing. Now is the time to do the shadow work, and now is the time to, you know, complete cycles, so you can move on to something more better and more fruitful and more loving. Yeah guys, that is the end of the reading. If you did like the reading, please like, share and subscribe, and if you do want to subscribe, remember to turn your notifications on, because it will bell you every time I upload. Anyway, have a lovely blessed day guys. Bye.